off for the final 1600. As look at the little cat and mouse here, partner. As they both looked at each other, they slowed down and now pick it back up a little bit.
James Allen of Eastern Illinois really did a nice job in staying in contact. That's what we call that when you give up the lead, but you stay in contact with whoever you're running against and making sure that they don't just completely run away from you. That was a really important part of that one.
So there's right now no question who is going to finish 1-2. It's just a matter of in what order and how many points.
Absolutely.
So Eastern Illinois, who came in with a time of 10:21:31. Eastern Kentucky, again, has not run this DMR yet this season.
This is Nick Oakley of Eastern Illinois, Pedro Palencia of Eastern Kentucky. Oakley at 4:10.96, Alex, is the top seed tomorrow in the mile. So you got to think that Eastern Illinois is likely your favorite here. And a sophomore in Nick Oakley, got that long stride. He's going to have the advantage over a guy in Pedro Palencia, who we'll see tomorrow in the 3K. And he's one of the top seeds in the 3K. So two guys we're going to be hearing a lot from tomorrow night in our night of finals. We're going to battle it out here for all 10 points.
Do you think Eastern Kentucky, going into this medley relay, believe that they could stick with Eastern Illinois the whole way?
Yeah, I would say so. And right now, this thing has gotten tactical. These two guys are simply just kind of chilling right there where they are. Not going to take this thing out too fast because really, you're not really searching for time at this point. Of course, you're not trying to make a final, but you're just trying to win. And when you don't have multiple teams, it's not like a 5K where you could have a couple of guys helping you that are on your team that can help you score points. So you want to keep it honest. They have no intention of keeping this thing honest because it's only one relay team per team, right? It's not like anybody's doubling up in a race like this. So Oakley and Palencia are just going to sit. They're going to wait. They're going to probably wait until about a quarter mile to go, 2 laps, before they start pushing this thing.
It's cat and mouse, isn't it?
It is. It absolutely is. But right now, if I'm Oakley, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to start racing because he's got the fastest seed time in tomorrow's mile. And you've got a guy in Palencia who's not even racing the mile tomorrow. You don't want to leave him in the race and give him a chance if you can't help it. Because Palencia might be able to run a 4:15 or a 4:20. And that's probably what these guys are going to be around. But here he goes. He's going to try to kick this thing out because he's capable of doing that. If Oakley had kept this thing honest, I think he would have had a better chance of winning.
Do you think Oakley got a little bit too complacent there?
I wouldn't say complacent as much as it's over-strategic, right? And maybe he ends up doing the right thing here and having the kick that matters at the end of the day. But I think he could have won this thing by a lot more. But got to give credit to Palencia. He has hung in there to give himself a pretty good shot.
It's Palencia and Oakley. It is Eastern Kentucky with a very small lead over Eastern Illinois. These two runners, and now Oakley with the length and the strides, going to try and make that move on Palencia. We'll see if Palencia has anything in the tank left on this final turn. It is Eastern Illinois. It is Oakley. It is Palencia. Look at this finish. At the end, it will be Nick Oakley and Eastern Illinois by about, look at that. What is that, a 1/10 of a second? Hard to see. We're cut off from the board.
And you see him look behind his shoulder right there to know where Palencia was. And man, he was even creeping to the outside lanes, trying to cut off EKU. Ends up being about a 1/10.5 of a second. I'll tell you what, if he'd moved even just a little bit more outside, you might start talking about impeding a runner in a disqualification. They're not going to go that far with that, of course, but You watch this little straightaway here. Takes a peek right there over his left shoulder, then his right. Says, all right, I'm going to move to the outside here because that's where you are. Man, that's a tough way to race for both of those guys. I'll tell you what, Palencia almost got him at the line, too. Oakley was maybe a little bit premature in the celebration, but after the race, good.